Question here is Kyrie less valuable than we thought?
Yes, absolutely. His leadership was called into question. He had an opportunity to respond. He didn't. In terms of production, 102 points on 104 field goal attempts. Let's do that math. Is that good or bad? Bad. One, he had the worst stretch he's ever had in the postseason. So in production, you can't even have a conversation. Absolutely, he failed them. Now let's talk about in the locker room. And a lot of that is conjecture. You don't know which story is right. But it just seemed like his body language, the moments, the glimpses you get of Kyrie Irving didn't support a different narrative. And then I love reality because that's what we all should just, support and subscribe to. But some context matters as well. When you just lose a series, he said, I've never been down 1-4. It's over, right? But to him, it's not over. Like, he's like on this journey different than everyone else. And that's when I think that comes into play in the locker room. Like, you're not where we are right now. Like, Kyrie's in a whole different place. So did he fail them? Yeah, because I think mentally he wasn't in this place.
His value, to me, this value diminished for Boston. Okay, what they thought they were going to get from a leadership perspective, a guy that's been there that could lead them to a championship, help grow the young players. Yes, so now I think Danny Ainge and the management staff is kind of reevaluating what they want to do in regards to an offer, or do they really want Kyrie back? Now, to the Knicks and to Brooklyn, I think they spin things because the narrative has to fit what they want. He still has value. Is his value the leader? Maybe not. Okay? Maybe not.
So that's less value. He went to Boston.
Yeah, that's a demotion.
That's a demotion. That's what I'm saying. In Boston, yes, but in New York, it's somewhere else. What they need is different. Now, I do think
he's number one there.
They can spin it that way.
No, I know, but if you were running the Knicks.
No, I wouldn't make him number one.
Okay,
No, I wouldn't make him number one. And I think that answered the question. So I do think that he's lost some value from a leadership perspective. Game-wise, he is who he is from the game. Yeah. But if you want him to be your leader and number one, yes, he has, I think in the eyes of many, lost that.
Just because you are a mother or a father, like, your dad, or a mother that gave birth to a baby, does that really mean that's what you are, right?
Beyond title.
Right?
And beyond title.
So because he won a championship and won those years with LeBron and was in the finals, does that really mean that you are a leader and can lead? That not necessarily means, sometimes as a mother or father or as a player or whoever you are, you need to take a step back and say, you know what, I got to fix me first before I go out there and try to lead another individual. I got to say, I have to be successful first. That what I've done first before I try to teach my daughter or my son. Because if you don't know it, you can't teach it.
Well, he thought he knew it.
Less valuable.
But that's But my point is
less valuable.
Less valuable for Boston. But my point is, people are delusional. And because you hanging around the Kobe's and the LeBrons and you winning, you doing X, Y, and Z, one of the most talented cats, movies or whatever, most talented cats ever. But sometimes you got to take a step back and say, you know what? I need to mature a little bit more mentally. I don't care how smart you think you are, and I've never been down 1-4. When you down 1-4, bro, like Marcellus said, it's done.
It's done.
It ain't no been down one.
Do y'all get how deep that is?
This ain't no 9-game series, 7.
All right, so let me ask you this. If I'm the Lakers, do I value him as a number 2? Is he a solution?
Definitely.
For LeBron?
Definitely, because you still have you have the alpha male, the leader in front, because you're not relying or depending on Kyrie to be your leader on and off the court.
How amazing is this? Karmic turn. Again,
turn.
Here we go. Y'all win in lowly Cleveland. Y'all bring a championship to Cleveland, and then both of y'all get full and free of yourself, and LeBron goes to the second most storied franchise, and you go to the most storied franchise, and both of y'all are sitting there in them trash cans bringing them friends.
Why are you so excited about that?
I'm only excited.
Why are you pumping your chest?
I wonder why.
You know what?
Especially about the Lakers part. Look at you.
Tell us how you feel, son.
Those are two of my favorite players. Kyrie makes it hard to love him, but you know what? I still do. But the funniest thing is, the grass ain't always greener. Watch what you ask for.
Watch what you ask for.
Because you just might get it.
That's
They
the truth.
got it.
I think Jeanie Buss and the Lakers, they're over LeBron James. And so I see all of this as theater. It's like they gave Ty Lue a contract they knew he wouldn't take because they just let this play out. They may have to deal with LeBron for 3 more years, but they're over it. Jeanie Buss is, in my opinion, this isn't what she's told me or someone's close to her has told me. Ever since LeBron wouldn't try to work with Luke Walton, she hasn't liked LeBron James. She hired that guy to be their head coach, and LeBron, from word go, wouldn't give it a chance. If you've worked in any corporate environment, that does not fly.
Man, look, everything you said is dead on, but we got to go bigger picture than this.
Of course.
Right? You're talking about the latest symptoms. I'm talking about the deep illness. Yeah. And let's just put our matter-of-fact lenses on. Can we do that and be real? It's been all bad since Dr. Buss died. This team has not been in the playoffs. It's been a family-run business passed down to the kids, and whatever you want to think about them, it can't be positive. It's just the latest domino to fall in terms of what they're doing. What direction are they going in? Are they developing this young core? Are they developing them to trade them? Or are they saying, let's win now because we got a guy who's going to be 35 and he's the greatest player on the planet? Because they can't even answer that and their actions don't support any conversation to which lane they're really in. This is just the latest episode and the latest symptom of what they're going through.
Jason, I think you brought up a good point. I didn't think about it in that terms in regards to LeBron is here, but you know what I mean? As far as Jeanie and the organization and where they're going, because if you look at the deal structure, the 3-year deal is basically the tenure in which LeBron would be there. You know what I mean? Compared to a 5-year deal, that means they're committed beyond LeBron with the coach. And I always thought the optics would be kind of tough hiring Ty Lue because it would look like LeBron is controlling the narrative.
Right.
And I knew the Buss family didn't want that to be the perception, so they would hold control of it. But the unfortunate situation is that you're starting to dig into how reliable this organization is. Now, can they bounce back from it? Yeah, you get the right person in there, you get the right coach, you win a few games. Down the line, this is water under the bridge. But in today's world, the way it looks and the decisions that they're making, I wouldn't trust that if I'm a free agent. You know, and now you got the young guys in-house trying to figure out where do they go, what's their career trajectory. You know, if I'm a young guy playing right now for the Lakers.
You don't know.
You know, I love Jeanie Buss, right? She's cool, right?
Uh-oh.
She.
That's a setup.
Go ahead, man.
Go ahead.
Get it out.
Mm-hmm. Say it.
I think this is nepotism in its finest, right? From Linda to Jeanie, right? Like in life, sometimes you need to get out your own way. Before LeBron was here, y'all was a poop show, so stop it.
No, they won 16 titles before LeBron.
Listen, those 6 years before LeBron got here,
now you want
they
to say
were
that?
terrible.
Yeah, and this year
they were terrible, and they missed the playoffs. And I'm not going to argue with you about LeBron playing 53 games and he was injured, and I'm not going to do that. And he was fourth. You know, I'm not going to keep messing with you with that. We can go to Wiley's and talk about that. But what I'm saying is right now, it's nepotism at its finest. And until Jeanie get out of the way and stop listening to Linda and all these other people where it clouds your judgment.
Nepotism. It's not nepotism.
It is nepotism.
The Busses own the team.
No, Dr. Buss is different from Jeanie Buss and her brother.
That's his kid.
Okay, so what?
That's her business.
All right, so
now.
do you think, what did Bill Gates say about his kids? I'm not giving you none of
That's
this money.
That's not what Dr. Buss said.
I'm not giving you none of this money, richest man in the world. What did he say? You're going to have to earn it. Did he not say?
Bill Gates doesn't own.
Warren Buffett said the
none
same
of them
thing.
own sports teams.
Man, they can own 5 or 10 of them if they felt like it.
Listen, she may be a disaster as an NBA owner. She may be. I'm going to give you that.
I'm not saying she's a disaster.
But she
I'm saying get out your way.
She is the owner. And again, this comes down to, you watch Game of Thrones.
Oh, don't I?
This is just a fight for the Iron Throne. That's all this is. LeBron wants to sit on it. Jeanie Buss is the heir to that throne. Everything we're watching is two people.
It's still your team regardless.
Thank you. And that's why she's saying, I sit on this Iron Throne. I hired Luke Walton. You treated him like dog piss. And I'm mad about it. And so I'm going to try to get through these 3 years with you. I'm going to make an effort to get through these 3 years. But if we walk away from each other this summer, I'm good with that too. And that's what I see as a chess match between LeBron, Jon Snow, and the Queen of Dragons over here, Khaleesi, Jeanie Buss.
Okay.
They just in a chess match. Who's going to walk first?
But the chessboard is much bigger than what you are placing right now. First of all, LeBron, if I'm LeBron in his camp, I'm like, y'all had 5 years of this poop show before I got here. So I understand you want to play this game now and put it all on me because I'm the biggest one.
That's just
you know what this
weak.
is really about? This is about branding. And every time we attack an athlete of wanting a brand instead of just focusing on the game, this is why you get a brand. Because the Lakers brand is so big that people are still walking around talking about hope, maybe championship next year if they get the right pieces, instead of being real and saying, I have not seen since Dr. Buss has left, anything to give you any kind of confidence.
Why didn't Monty Williams come? It was because LeBron James was here. That's why Monty Williams didn't come.
He looked at it
because you had dysfunction behind the scenes.
Yes, and that's all this is.
Guys, I just want you to understand LeBron has a history of championships and going to finals.
Of winning.
Okay. I'm spelling that out, Catino. Okay. Bronny is going to be okay. He's got that. But he also has a history of trying to take over franchises. Pat Riley had to stand up to him. LeBron punked Dan Gilbert and got control of the organization and then walked away. But this is his MO. I come in, I take over, me and my guys. Jeanie Buss is saying, no, not going to happen.
What if you're going to say no? Say no. Don't be ambiguous and say, well, let's entertain it. Let's be in the middle. When I have a conversation to interview you, I need to know the terms before we even get into the discussion.
Let me just
pick a side.
Again, are you not looking at what she just did? Oh, you want me to hire Ty Lue? I'm going to hand him a dirty contract.
After she flies around the country twice to go see him?
She just told Ty Lue, you're worth 3 years. As long as LeBron's here, you're good. We'll survive with you. Here's the coaches you have to have.
Jeanie,
she just told him.
Why go through that if you're the owner?
But Jeanie, you weren't even successful before LeBron came.
Thank you.
Because you can't.
Get out of your way.
You can't just kill a guy like LeBron. Just come on out.
Jace, I'm with you. Listen,
you got to play the chess game.
I'm with you.
LeBron's playing one. She's playing one.
I'm with what he's saying.
In Miami, the gauntlet was thrown down early by Pat Riley about how it was going to be. So it wasn't ambiguous. It wasn't left in the air. But here, what you're talking about too here, they never put that down. They gave the freedom for LeBron probably to do what he needed to do. Okay,
the roster construction.
That's what I'm saying. So you can't now go back and try to take it away. Right now, she's playing this game. Well, I got a level of control. Yeah, Ty Lue or Monty Williams, you come in, but I'm picking the coaches for you.
Okay.